Hey Eric, what's up?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Very good, very good. How's it
Yeah,
going today?
yeah, well, good.
Good,
Just,
good, good.
yeah.
O- Okay, let's get right into it. Before you were in Crash Diet, you were in Pandemonic, a thrash band. Um, how'd that go, and why'd you decide to change direction to glam?
Wow. Pandemonic was a band that I jumped into at an early age, and I always played guitar. I've played guitar as long as I've played drums. So I've alternated drums and guitar depending on what band I've been playing. And I used to play a lot of guitar in death metal and thrash metal bands and stuff like that. And I mean, during the time when I played those bands, I even had the passion for kind of softer pop metal stuff like Motley Crue and stuff like that. So it's always been with me. It's just I like to play different styles, and I always try out new things. And I just had a good time there for a while, and then things started to happen with Crash Diet, so I can really, give the guys in Pandemonic the time that they needed. So I had to quit that.
Cool, cool, cool. When you joined Crash Diet, the first CD, Rest in Sleaze, was an amazing album. You used Chris Laney on that CD, but you haven't used him since. Was there a reason why?
Well, I mean, we used him on that. Well, we worked with him on that album for a reason, and he's a really talented guy, producer, songwriter, all that. And it was just the right thing at the time. We worked with him before the album, actually. We recorded a demo with him, which featured Riot and everyone and Adeline. And that was actually the demo that we sent around, a bit more professional demo that we sent around to different record labels. And that's what we got the Universal deal on. So we worked with him before that, and so we kind of brought him into that world, and we said that we wanted to work with him definitely on the first album, and so we did that, and it was just something we did at the time, and it was a great collaboration at the time. But since then we've I don't know, you move on and you try out new things, and it's just not been. It's never really occurred to us to work with him again. Not that he's not, he would do a great job, but we go different directions basically.
Cool, cool. Now, the Unattractive Revolution, you went to Ollie. To me, he really wasn't too good of a fit. That's my personal opinion. I think he thought he was David Lee Roth and not a member of Crash Diet. What's your feelings?
Well, I mean, yeah, things went really fast. It was a really, really confusing time, I would say. We had so much pressure on us, and not only from our fans and stuff like that, but also from inside. It was every step that we took at that point was such a big step in any way that we took a step. It was like you had to really think about things, and we just it was a hard time, and we felt that at the right time we'd had to do something. And when we started picking up pieces again and trying to rehearse again, and thinking about the whole thing, if we're even going to continue or anything like that, so. And then after a while, we basically took it up, and we started to see who would fit the place. And as I said, things went really fast. We probably didn't really, we should have gave it a bit more time before we actually headed out and went on full on.
Right.
So while we were in the middle of the storm, just releasing an album. And I'm talking about Unattractive Revolution, and having a tour booked for half a year, and everything was just it was just as I said, it was a big storm, and all of a sudden we just felt that things didn't work out with Ollie, and we tried to fix the problem and see what happened, and we did everything we could to make that collaboration as good as possible, but in the end it just didn't work out. So we had to go separate ways. We felt that he didn't commit to the band as much as we needed somebody to do in that position. So it was basically that was the end of it, you know.
Now, 2010, Generation Wild, you brought in Simon. Perfect fit, you know, in my opinion. The guy's amazing. Love the CD. So how'd you decide to pick on Simon?
Well, Simon actually was on the table back even before Ollie was joined the band, because we'd had our eyes on Simon at very early state. We actually called him before that, and before Ollie, and you know, asked him if he wanted to do this, and he said that basically that he had a band that he wanted to. He wanted to do that, and he said that he could do, the Crashdiet thing if he was allowed to bring in a second guitarist from his other band. And we basically said that wouldn't happen. So he very politely said thanks, but no thanks. He wanted to give everything to his other band. So, and we respected that. So. But this time around, he actually called us up and basically, is the offer still still there? And we said that definitely let's check things out. And this time around, we just took everything a lot easier. Not, putting out on our website, like, if you're singing, if you do sing, like, you need a band, it was nothing like that. We just kept everything on a really low profile. And, we brought in Simon, we tested him out, with singing and recording, writing, drinking, everything, just hanging basically for months and months. And, that was, the thing that we should have done with Ollie, in my opinion, but we never did. But anyhow, this time we did that with Simon, and we just felt that everything clicked. He had the passion, he had the commitment, he had the music, talent that we needed, and he just basically has everything. And I to this day I pinch my arm sometimes and wonder if it's all a dream or not. Cool. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. I hear you're working on a new CD for 2012, true?
That is correct, yeah.
How far into the stages are you into it?
Well, we have we're right now we're writing material for we're writing demos, and we have about, I would say, 20 demos or something like that, and we have loads of material, the things that we've gathered, throughout the touring and all that, some bits and pieces here and there. So I'm sitting every day in my studio, just writing material, getting as much as possible together. And our studio time is booked for the summer, and the release date is probably end of the year or around winter, like December, January, later this year.
Right. Same direction?
Oh yeah, definitely. Crashdiet fans will definitely not be disappointed. I can promise them that. We'll always, deliver, the Crashdiet sound that we are obliged to do. So definitely.
Will there be any chance of another member actually taking lead vocals for one track or something?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think when you do stuff like that, it has to be, have a reason to do that. And, we're not going to, actively just, bringing people, on this album and just, for the sake of it. It would be a fun thing if we had a special collaboration with somebody, like writing a song together with somebody or something like that. It has to be motivated to do stuff like that. I'm not really for the whole idea of, bringing all your friends into the studio and, it's a fun thing, but it's not something I see we do on this album unless, as I said, if we have a reason for it.
Right. I know Martin sent me some early demos of stuff, and he sung on it. He was amazing.
Yeah. He does sing amazing, yeah. And I sing on mine, so.
Cool. Very cool. Now, Crashdiet did hit California last year. What about the rest of us?
Oh, you will definitely get your share of Crashdiet soon. I can't tell you too much, but keep your eyes open for some big news quite soon, actually. And I guess we'll try to satisfy all of America sooner than you think. Believe me.
Great. Because like, my last 3 interviews, I asked Martin, and he says, "I promise we'll be there." That was 2009, 2010, 2011. You
Yeah.
promise?
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I promise. Don't worry. I mean, we were there just basically checking the waters and seeing if people like us over there, and obviously they did. I mean, we sold out Key Club together with Pretty Boy Floyd, and we did some shows, amazing shows around there, around that area, the LA area, and basically it would be stupid not to return and give the rest of America the Crashdiet spice. So don't worry.
Now, how approachable is the band during one of their shows, after their shows, and stuff like that? And anything about egos getting involved or anything like that?
No. We always we tend to always try to go out after the show to do some signing and meet the fans and all that. It's for me. The fans are everything. I mean, without the fans, we would be nothing. So I always try my best to go out, talk to the fans, give them something back, for being there and supporting us. So, I mean, if you catch us at a show, you will definitely get to meet us if we're not traveling directly to the next show. But often we have some hours after the show, and we always try to come out and say hello. So.
Right. Why do you feel like Sweden right now? I mean, even in the last year, is like the mecca for like 80s glam or really good music. It's all coming from Sweden now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sweden has always been a country that delivers music. I think there's probably many reasons for that, but I think one of the reasons that Sweden always has been a very big country regarding music, amongst England or American is, I mean, we are pretty fucking good at English and we always go that step further and we set the bars really high. And, I think the bands like that came out in the 70s, like ABBA and stuff like that, they paved the roads for us, and we always felt that we needed to be at least as good as them. So, but I think Sweden always delivers music wise, so it must be something in the air or in the snow or something that sippers down and comes into our water and we drink it and we create good music. I don't know,
right.
But we definitely saw a big sleaze movement back in 2005 when we released the first album, and it's the sleaze fans are still there. So I mean, if you guys out there like to party and listen to that kind of music, Stockholm is a great place to go.
Cool. What do you do in your spare time?
Write music right now, actually. Write music. I just I basically lie on my sofa and think of music, and I come up with a riff, I write that down, and then I run down to my studio. It's basically right now is mostly that. Otherwise, I try to do some exercising and stuff like that to keep my body in shape. Basic stuff.
Right. And even in the early stages, I mean, like you got signed to Universal Music. Did you always think of big things in the beginning stages of Crashdiet? Because there sure is a lot of money put into this band. And you're going places, but as an early artist and stuff, did you ever expect what you got right now?
I guess you never expect, anything. I mean, if you do, you're probably out to do. I mean, then you're walking the wrong direction. You never know what happens, and I always take every day as just one day at a time. This all could be over tomorrow. It could be this big band coming from somewhere and just eating up the whole music industry, and you never know. So I just appreciate every day, and I definitely didn't expect, you never expect anything, but of course I knew Riffs and Sleaze, for example, was a good album, but I never thought that it would, make that big of an impact around the world. So I'm very, very thankful for that,
Cool. How much do you miss Dave?
A lot. I mean, it doesn't go one day that we don't think of the guy. And I feel that he is with me and in me, and at all times, especially when I write music. I think a lot about him, and it's one of our main objectives to just carry on his legacy, and I think of that in every tone I write. So a lot.
Cool. Well, I thank you very much, Eric. And would you like any parting words to say?
Sorry?
You have any parting words to say? I thank you for the interview.
Well, I thank you for having me, and definitely, as I said, you will be able to see Crashdiet sooner than you think. So, come to the show, see us play, and definitely have a beer with us after the show.
Thanks a lot. Tell everybody hello.
I will. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Okay, bye-bye.